is going to be someone new, but my heart will always remain with you. Oh, hello. Hi. Oh, I didn't even know you were... Wow. Oh, jeez. No, it's just... Wow. Wow. Hey, from Mark Stein. No, yeah, we're just doing... An image of the new Wilson basketball scheduled to be introduced by the NBA next season after nearly 40 years of, Spalding serving as the league's ball supplier. Wow. Whoa, hey, Wilson. Oh. Hey, well, you know.
What do you love about this one? What do you love? What do you love about this basketball?
Oh.
What do you love about your new crush?
What don't I love, my friend? What don't I love? That's a great ball. That's a great indoor basketball. Oh,
can I say
I don't want to get too into it. It's not safe for work.
Before we move on, Brandon, you realize we work with an idiot. He's great at his job, but he's just a man, just an idiot.
I don't know how he comes up with this stuff. How do you come up with this stuff?
What is he doing?
So entertaining.
Nice. This is like a...
Brandon, crank your hoop down to 9-6. Take some jumpers with that bad boy. You'll fall in love, too.
Yeah.
Hey, let's play Take Your Pick.
It's 10-2.
We're talking Mavs and Pelicans. They mutually parted ways, whatever that means, with general manager Donnie Nelson. And then the team reportedly didn't tell Luka beforehand. Mavs also, quote, parted ways with coach Rick Carlisle. Although Rick Carlisle is like, yeah, it's my decision only. I'm out of here, considering he had more time in his contract. Also, Luka said this yesterday on Donnie Nelson from Slovenia. Kind of tough to me. I really like Donnie. Knew him since I was a kid, and he was the one that drafted me. It's tough for me seeing that, but I'm also not the one making decisions there. Uh-oh, not great. Also, let's go down to New Orleans. Zion's family not happy with the Pelicans, and they may want Zion on a new team. So, Brandon, a lot of news here to break down. Which star is more likely to force their way out, Luka or Zion? Take your pick.
Woo! This is an easy answer for me. I'm going to take all of the family matters out of it. I'm going to take the basketball out of it. I'm going to lean into the personalities. We got Zion Williamson, who's from, he's a little country boy from South Carolina, Spartansburg, okay? He's soft-spoken. He's a superstar, but he doesn't carry himself as a superstar. What do I mean by that? Superstars got a little bit of diva in them. Superstars got a little bit of a-hole-ish in them. And so when you think about that, you look at Luka and you're like, oh, you have a little bit of that in you. You have that little bit of Mamba mentality where you're like, you know what? On the court, I can switch the switch on, right? I can go take your head off. And so when to answer this question, I got to go with Luka because he has that. He's a nice guy. Never really met him. He seems to be a nice guy. Seems to be a nice teammate. But he also whines a little bit. He also pouts. Yeah. He also, snaps on other guys out there on the court, not his teammates, the opposing team. So I got to go with Luka for that matter. Luka has that superstar diva, little bit of a-holy, mentality.
So here's the thing, Brandon. I know you said you've never really met Luka. I obviously have met him. I raised him. Here's where you're wrong. Not that nice of a guy. Actually, kind of a jerk. He takes after his dad. Very good at his job. Not everybody likes him. Kind of mean to coworkers at times. I know you didn't. You didn't want to insult my son, and I appreciate it. But however, the reason I think the answer is Zion is because I trust the Mavs organization. I don't trust the Pelicans organization.
Right.
And the Pelicans just hired Stan Van Gundy. And it's like, nope, that didn't work. And with respect to Stan Van, who everybody adores, you know how I knew it wouldn't work? I watched Detroit. It's like, oh, no, not gonna work. So I just think the Mavs have a longer track record of stability. I think Cuban's a good owner. I think the front office they have left are very smart people. I know Luka's upset. Listen, Donnie Nelson was in Spain scouting Luka when he was 14 years old. So I understand the affection there. But Luka also not unhappy they got rid of Carlisle. So I think it's probably, about even for Luka. And I think Zion, it's just tough for New Orleans unless they start contending immediately. It's a small market. It's always going to be tough to get free agents there. So if it's one of the two Wilds, I think it's Zion.
Yeah, so I think it's Luka by a hair, Nick, and here's why. Just on this news right here. New Orleans just needs a coach. And to steal one of Mangini's favorite phrases, if they get the right coach, let's say Chauncey could go in and be a force multiplier and change everything and be cool. What just happened in Dallas? Because you got the Haralabab thing, you've got Donnie Nelson out, and then Rick Carlisle just basically leaving when Mark Cuban kind of felt like it was unexpected. So that one just feels more chaotic than, hey, we made the wrong hire, we're gonna get the right hire for you. Does that make sense?
It makes sense. I just think Zion's going to be a great player, maybe win an MVP.
Yep.
Luka would be the best player that a team traded since Kareem. Like, LeBron left on his own. KD left. Shaq forced his way out via, So I just think you will do anything
Mark
and
Cuban
everything
will give
to
up
make
ownership before he trades
Luka. They'll do anything.
He's like, hey, here's but I know
true.
I can't do this. Here's a little 10%. 10% equity.
Yeah, a little Bitcoin. Maybe a little Bitcoin on the side, something like that. I'm not alleging that. a little hard drive. Whatever you need, Luka, stay.
Hey, we just saw a guy. Texas. Hey, Sixers-Hawks, Game 6 tonight in Atlanta. The Hawks lead 3-2. Brandon, there's your guy. Who you liked for MVP.
There you go.
And
my son's guy.
He's also your guy. Who do you like, Sixers or Hawks?
I'm gonna go with the Hawks. Look, I'm 39 minutes away from State Farm Arena, and it's going to be rocking tonight. I called, and I was like, look, Mishi and I, we would love to go to the game. And they said it was $10,000. I said, but I'm not playing ball anymore. I'm not making that much money. So that tells me that you're going to have the Migos there. I talked to Cam Newton. Cam Newton's going to be courtside. And I know it's going to be rocking. Look, they are deflated. The Philly is done. I don't know where Tobias is. And then you got Trae Young, who's just a savage. He's going to be a sniper tonight.
Okay, I don't need that.
Listen, Wilds, I got the Sixers, but go ahead. Listen, I got the Sixers. Wilds, do what you need to do. The Sixers force a Game 7. Go ahead, Wilds.
Earlier this week, when Brandon was at his facility, he had a visitor come in, and he was shouting off to someone on the distance, yes, tell the chef to get my friend some food. So I thought it was going to go that way when he said, I called somebody. Who did you call? Just a random person?
That's a business
Ticketmaster? No,
that's
you
house
called
every business
a guy that has courtside seats.
You are not paying 10 grand. Just pay you 10 grand.
I said no. You should be proud of me. I said no. I said no. 5,000 a pop? No way. Give them to the Migos. Give them to Cam Newton, please.
Time for Weird and Wonderful. We're going to start with the weird. Hey, this is the second